Kevin Smith shares insane Star Wars Episode 9 theory about Rey's mom with J.J. Abrams. Yeah, I mean, the theory that he shares is so insane that it has me questioning whether or not he suffered a stroke right alongside of that Widowmaker heart attack he had several months ago. How's it going, everybody? This is Phil. So yeah, this is a kind of a silly article here, just because of what the theory actually entails. It's coming to us from movieweb.com. The author is Ryan Scott. And, let me just say, first and foremost, I like Kevin Smith. I think the guy is really talented. I enjoy listening to him, when he does his A Night with Kevin Smith. He gets up on stage and he tells stories. They're always entertaining, and he's done some good movies. I've enjoyed the stuff of his that I've seen. I had fun with Mallrats. I liked Clerks. I really liked Chasing Amy, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I mean, that is just like a guilty pleasure film, and we actually have the best version of really Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill actually has a lightsaber battle in that, unlike the Star Wars sequel trilogy. So you got to give it up to the man for at least getting Mark Hamill back on screen with a lightsaber in his hand, even if it was as Cockknocker and not not Luke Skywalker. I'll take Cockknocker over Jake Skywalker any day of the week. But that being said, he's a big fanboy. Look, a lot of us are. All right, we all love Star Wars. But Kevin Smith seems to be on the side of things where he's willing to just kind of go with the flow and take anything that they throw out there. I mean, he very much appears to be viewing the sequel trilogy through rose Tico colored glasses. And I saw his review on YouTube when The Last Jedi came out, and I watched the whole thing, and it felt sincere to me. And he gets emotional in certain parts of his review, and it's nice to see a fan have so much love for this franchise that they're able to show that kind of emotion that gives them a lump in their throat and gets them misty-eyed, and that's all fine and dandy. But doing it over The Last Jedi to me seems like wasted tears. So Kev's kind of in the camp where, hey man, I dig The Last Jedi. It showed me things I'd never seen before. I'm on board with the story, and I'm going to ride this thing out. So he's I can only assume is jazzed for Episode 9. I mean, the theory he comes up with, it's just so absurd. So let's move forward with this article here. So Kevin Smith loves Star Wars just about as much as anyone. From time to time, he likes to speculate about what we could see happen in future movies, just like the rest of us fans do. Recently, on an episode of his Fat Man on Batman podcast, Smith shared a theory about Star Wars Episode 9 that he and one of his friends cooked up, and it's absolutely insane. I mean, it's insane to the point of offensive, as far as I'm concerned. Whether or not it actually holds any water is up for debate, but it's at least worth listening to. I mean, I would suggest that maybe Kevin's head is holding water with this kind of a theory. It was recently announced that the Clone Wars TV series is coming back, and as a trailer revealed, Ahsoka Tano is making it back to the small screen once more, and we're all excited to see Ahsoka come back. And she is a beloved character now at this point. She is a classic character that the fans have fully embraced, and her journey over the Clone Wars and Rebels. It's a satisfying story arc for a hero, and that's why we love her. She grew to be a strong female lead character, and she earned her spot to be revered by the fans and loved and embraced. So we also know that Kerry Russell has been cast to play a mystery role in Episode 9. Kevin Smith pondered a thought and wondered, what if Russell is playing Ahsoka? But the theory doesn't stop there. Here's what he and his producer buddy, Brian Volk Weiss, cooked up. So they were eating and discussing this at the same time. we were talking about Clone Wars coming back, and I said to him, I got a theory that that's the way to start introducing Ahsoka slowly into the live-action movies by bringing her back prominently in the cartoon. Because now that they don't have Princess Leia stories to tell, they need another strong female character in the universe, and Ahsoka's been there for years, much beloved, just isn't in the movies. So I was like, I think maybe they're doing that so they can slowly bring her into the movies. And then Brian blows my fucking mind by going, maybe that's who Kerry Russell's playing. And then I said, what the man? I want to see your version of Star Wars. Then I was like, no, that can't be it. I think Kerry Russell probably plays Rey's mom. And then he drops the bomb and he goes, what if it's the same person? I can't see that word, no. I can't give you a big enough no, a hell no. It is the most absurd thing in the world. It's just I can't deal with that if that's what ends up happening. Let's move forward. Okay, a bomb that would be indeed. For one, fans have been dying to see Ahsoka Tano make the jump to live action for a very long time, with the Resistance in need of any help that they can get. What if Ahsoka comes out of hiding to fight the good fight? We know, thanks to the end of Star Wars Rebels, that Anakin Skywalker's former Padawan made it beyond the events of Return of the Jedi alive. Then throw in the bombshell of her being Rey's mom. That would be insane. That would be stupid, all right? But as Kevin Smith further explains, it would also be spitting in the face of what Rian Johnson established in The Last Jedi. Good. Slap, spit, do whatever you got to do to that man's face. Hit him with a tennis racket if you have to. Shove his head in a waffle iron. Despite that, Smith went ahead and brought it up to J.J. Abrams anyway. So he loved this theory so much that he actually planted a seed in J.J.'s head. There's any more room for what he's been doing anyway with this episode 9 that he needs to have more ideas come his way. So instantly, I wrote to J.J. Abrams, you must do this. Could you imagine? That would be fucking wild. I don't think it is, but that was one of the greatest fan theories I've ever heard about. Wouldn't that be hot? No, it would not. What are you, Paris Hilton? Not only is Ahsoka in these movies, but she's fucking Rey's mom. And somewhere Rian Johnson's like, what the Yeah, he's tweeting about it as we speak. I said no. I said they were trash. So that's Rian Johnson talking about Rey's parents. They were trash. So, as fans know, Rian Johnson established that Rey's parents were nobody junk traders who sold their daughter off for drinking money, which this is nonsense, all right? That scene is nothing more than Kylo Ren trying to manipulate Rey in the heat of battle to get her to come to the dark side, take his hand and go with him on their merry way and be Reylo and have little Sith babies together. And her parents are somebody. That's a cheap cop-out. So this, according to Kylo Ren, there's been plenty of speculation that Kylo was just saying this to mess with Rey's mind, and that J.J. Abrams, who's filming Star Wars Episode 9 currently, could establish his own parentage for the young Jedi. And that's exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to do. Rey is going to be somebody. Rian Johnson completely subverted everything that J.J. Abrams had set up and intended to do with Episode 8. It serves J.J. Abrams right for not sticking around to shoot Episode 8 himself and leave it in the hands of a toddler with a big giant head who didn't know what the hell he was doing. And now he's got to come in and try to fix this whole mess, and it doesn't matter what he does. The bed has already been shit in, and there's no way in cleaning it up completely. It's a mess. Just throw it out and burn it in an alleyway. Will that involve Ahsoka Tano, as played by Kerry Russell? Almost certainly not. But it's fun to think about. No, it's not. It's dreadful. I'm going to have nightmares tonight thinking about this. You can check out the full episode of Fat Man on Batman over at Kevin Smith YouTube channel for yourself. And that's it. So I think Kevin Smith is out of his mind. I mean, he's clearly out of his mind. I mean, the guy definitely seems to be smoking some of the good shit. This is the most absurd thing in the world. Now look, for the most part, none of us really are expecting anything from Episode 9. We know that there's going to be every possible character and vehicle and location and piece of fan service that they could possibly cram into this movie to get the asses in the seats and to try to haul in whatever they can scrape up as far as a big box office haul is concerned for this final movie. Going the route of jamming Ahsoka Tano in there would be the most desperate of all desperate things in a movie that's bringing back Lando Calrissian, that's going back to Yavin 4, that's using Carrie Fisher footage from episodes 7 and 8, that's bringing Luke back as a Force Ghost, that's bringing Yoda back, that's bringing Obi-Wan back, that's possibly bringing back Mara Jade. We don't know about Grand Admiral Thrawn. This movie is so desperate. I think to bring Ahsoka in would be the ultimate insulting last final straw to break the camel's back. Now, I know a lot of people just aren't going to be bothering with this movie at all. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't consider this trilogy to be canon. So whoever they bring in my mind, it doesn't really matter because it's not canon. And I could only hope that at some point they will wipe the slate clean and designate this movie as an expanded universe trilogy, or say that it happened in an alternate timeline or universe. But here's the thing. If they bring Ahsoka Tano into this movie and they don't designate this trilogy as expanded universe or legacy or an alternate timeline or an Earth 2 type scenario, whatever, if that does not happen, then we're stuck with Ahsoka's legacy all building up towards this sequel trilogy, and that retroactively tarnishes the whole entire character. So what we know, much in the same way now that we know Han Solo ended up a deadbeat dad and went back to a life of smuggling, that we know Luke was a coward who ran away on an island and didn't want to be bothered, and refused the hero's call when it came for him again in his later years, and never engaged in hand-to-hand combat with Kylo Ren to save the day, and just showed up as a Force Ghost and died. All of these characters that we loved have been weakened by their treatment in this trilogy. So to bring Ahsoka in and to have her be the mother of Rey, it would just be absurd. And plus, Rey looks to be full human to me. Ahsoka is not... she's an alien. So wouldn't Rey have something? I mean, what is she hiding? Her montrals under her hair? I mean, it's always up. Look at the picture. Where is she anywhere near the daughter of Ahsoka? I mean, whoever the father is must have like super duper sperm. I mean, just she doesn't look anything like Ahsoka besides being female. So I don't know. Anyway, this is just one of those ridiculous articles. I know nobody necessarily really cares what they do at this point, because it's kind of been ruined. It's such a cluster F. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think, or if you just want to sound off and yell at Kevin Smith, feel free. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys, and it's good to be back. I've been sick the last week, so I just really haven't had it in me to sit down and put up any videos. It's kind of been a slow week anyway. Anyway, good to be back. Looking forward to hearing your comments down below. If this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You'll be notified the next time I put a video up. Have a good day, everybody. Be happy, be safe, be healthy. Take care.